Man, that's some bullshit. Goddamn video show the shit all shady and fuck. Anyway, look, I'm live now. I'm glad to be live. Anyway, so my subject today is why is everybody no fuck that. Fuck everybody. Um why we do what we do, man. Why we as people constantly allow the elites to run our lives. I mean, I don't get it. And then I was listening to Jay Z's new album that he dropped, and Duke he throwing some shit, man. He throwing some real logical shit out there. But I'm like, but Styles P done been doing that shit. I mean, he been doing it back there with Styles P too, but Styles P been doing it way longer than he been spitting that real shit way longer than Jay Z, like for real. So y'all wanna know the real. So a motherfucker to sit up there and think and say that I'm gonna put on my shirt. So yeah, I'm live, and I don't really know what to say to talk about because usually when the camera's off, that's when I'm talking the most real shit. You know, like like the rappers, the industry. I don't know if the rappers in the industry are really gay. I'm pretty sure there are some that are bisexual or undercover. Um, yes, I do believe that that a few rappers like the 6ix9ine guy, Takachi, whatever that nigga name is, 6ix9ine, and to name a few, I think that Future. I think he's pretty talented, real wordy, but I don't think he's one of the best MCs I've ever heard. I'm just gonna be honest. He got some slick shit that go with music, and that's cool, and that's how you get over, and that's fine, you know. But when you talk about the locks and like Black Thought and like Method Man, which I was watching that breakfast, whatever that shit in the morning, and man, I tell you, Black Thought, he didn't mess up. He didn't have to read nothing. His shit came off his head. Method Man, he wasn't prepared. He been out the game for a while, so that just goes to show you just how much people really put into their craft and their work. They're not saying that what he wrote or what he wrote before he got there wasn't legible, but the truth of the matter is yeah. I mean, I remember when I was growing up in the time where the Crips and the Bloods were anonymous. I mean, like not anonymous, but like well known, like way better, way well known than now. And I almost got hooked up in gangs and stuff like that. But that life just wasn't for me. You know, I bumped into, different types of gangs around America, different sets. And I truly don't believe that the you know, the Crips and Bloods in New York are true Crips and Bloods. I have to say that to be true because they didn't start it. And so you can't honor that. Just like somewhere and you got gangster disciples, black disciples, and vice lords, and it's nowhere in Chicago. But the true gang came from Chicago. So that means that whatever they're teaching us or whatever they're saying is distorted from the real truth. They're gonna tell you, that there's nobody to validate what they to be true, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think that gang shit is really fucked up in the first place because what started as a community outreach turned into a bloodbath of brothers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us helping the community, what was intended to help the community, turned into uh, a death reign of drug selling, motherfuckers set tripping on colors, how you wear your fucking hat, you know what I'm saying, what side of the street you walk on, stupid shit like that dumbass shit. And then when you think about it, you be like, man, I love to be a thug. I ain't taking nothing from the streets or nothing, but how can you love to be portrayed as an animal and show that, and then you get rich off your story, but you still getting rich off the sweats and the backs of the people you sold the drugs to. You know, how do you live with yourself when you do stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Not only if you really are a gangster, which I don't understand why gangsters are telling on themselves anyway. Why you talking about the birds and the bricks that you got at the crib? You know what I'm saying? Why you putting all your shit out there on lock like that, and then wonder why the motherfucking feds and shit coming to get you? You know what I mean? So that's something to be said about. You know what I'm saying? How we portray things. You know what I'm saying? I think that anyone is talented. Um, I think he's a talent. I'm gonna say all. I'm gonna say some of the white rappers are very talented, but they've been coached and they learned the culture by us. We let them in, and then they take it, and then they run it, and then they want to do it the way they want to do it, and then they want to floss it up the way they want to floss it up, and then they take away from the appeal of who we really are. You know, I'm not down in Eminem or anything, but truth of the matter is, man, we need to quit, man. We really need to quit because at the end of the day, ain't nobody giving us shit. And everything we getting, man, we gotta work hard to get it. And then for the niggas that get out from hood, you know what I'm saying? If you see, there's some cats in the industry that'll look out, you know what I mean? That's around the hood with, underground rappers, whatever. But for the majority part, motherfuckers get out the hood, forget about their homies, the motherfuckers they said they'll come back and get, the motherfuckers that ride or die for them. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers went to jail for them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, these motherfuckers that put in work, sold them, and like somebody said, the motherfuckers that's got the most bodies is the one that's snitching. And the motherfuckers don't want to take that rap. They don't want to eat that cake. The motherfuckers are doing enough. The motherfuckers are do anything to stay relevant and still be catching bodies, snitching on you, snitching on the next one, and still catching bodies, and still getting away with shit. you know. And so when you look at it from that point of view, how could you not say that what I'm saying is to be true? Now, am I relevant? Really don't give a fuck. Why am I making this video? Because somebody gonna watch it. And don't nobody watch it, it's gonna be recorded anyway. And somebody gonna see it. Somebody gonna see this shit. You know, and it's like, I was watching this old clip of Tupac when he was saying some shit about why motherfuckers gotta be rich. And if you got all this, you got people that's got money. Why you gotta be in this house knowing that motherfuckers is out there starving? You know what I mean? Some shit like that, but motherfuckers just don't get the significance of it. Being a broke black man usually means being a broke black man. Until you are able to channel all your assets, like, you know, the law of attraction, and learn how to use it and train yourself to use it to your advantage. Until we as black people learn how to use the rules of the universe to our favor, we're going to continue to lose. Motherfuckers putting it out there in songs, motherfuckers just arguing their head, but they hate the artist because another artist got beef with this artist, so you can't sit still to hear what the real shit is. Instead, motherfuckers sitting off in there listening to that corny ass beef shit. When you got a nigga like Jay-Z, My Son, Jonah Lucas, you know what I mean? You got niggas like that, Styles P, Khalid Talib, you know, and to name a few, conscious rappers that are out here today, that motherfuckers just like a Meek Mill. You know, like a Meek Mill, like they put that man in prison because he wouldn't bend over for them. You know what I'm saying? This is what these white folks do. They see you got talent, they want to destroy that talent. And anything that you're doing that's contradicting any fucking other thing that they're trying to do in the community or towards the community that's not right. And then we got these niggas condoning the shit. I'm not even gonna get on the fucking the blunt display of interracial dating because I do the shit myself, so I'm not gonna front on no shit like that. That'll be like a hypocrite. That'll be a hypocrite. Yeah, that'll be like a hypocrite, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? And as sure as we are, human beings, something that's just in our nature to do so. You know, fear makes us lie. You know, and so that's where we at on that shit. You know, so yeah, we as human beings, we reflect from the truth as often as possible because the truth is hard to deal with, especially with ourselves and how we deal with ourselves, etc. And you know, I could sit here and lie to myself all day, but there's no reason to lie to myself all day. You know what I mean? So, I keep it real with myself. With myself. Now I got a few sites out there that I lie about my age or whatever, cause I like younger women. I'm just gonna keep it real, whatever. Like I'm in their early 20s, early 30s. I don't like no bitch in their 40s because when they get to 40, they start acting a certain way, doing certain things. If the fun is out of it, or they want to rule, rule you or run over. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be no female, man. I gotta have my life the way I like it and fuck what anybody else got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, all these motherfuckers run around here getting stuck in the ass, and it's excusable for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't excusable for a guy like me who's on the low plane that like life simple and like the shit that he like and got to deal with motherfuckers like them. Now, a motherfucker called me a hater because I'm saying fuck. I'm tired of seeing you fuck boys get over. No? You know what I'm saying? Tired of seeing you fuck boys get over. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that, I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers get rich that don't even seem like they deserve to be getting rich. You know what I'm saying? It's like you look at them and you be like, nah, I understand that it's equal opportunity for everybody and everything. But the way these cats are getting their wealth ain't natural. That guy, XX extension, whatever that nigga, you know, what was the reason for that young man to die? What was the reason for him to die, really, though? I mean, I know we all gotta go and whatever, and maybe it was just his time to go anyway, you know what I'm saying? Whether the devil came to collect, but we all got a number on our head. And we're gonna go when it's time for us to go. Whatever that means. Whether it be by disease, car, plane, truck, whatever the fuck. When it's time for us to go, we're gonna go. Ain't shit we could do about that. You know? This life could be as hard as you want it to be. Or sometimes life could be cruel and just fuck you over anyway. I myself have gone through the toils of complete failures and do-overs and rewinds and still never finding that niche that's gonna get me rich. Um, I'm sorry to all of you motherfuckers that done bent over and took them old ass dicks in your butt. But they was doing that shit to us in slavery. And you motherfuckers volunteer to you volunteer to stick your ass up in the air, man. And them cats was raping us in slavery, man. They would take 6 whole grown men to hold down one grown man. It took 6 of them. This is how strong we used to be. It took 6 of them to hold down one of us. They used that method to put fear in the hearts of the slaves and of the children of the slaves and the women of the slaves. and they were sleeping with whole babies and shit. Motherfucking little kids in the bed with them. They sleeping with little boys and shit, little girls. But now they got a rule against pedophiles, but yet they still getting away with it. And the so-called demonic rituals and shit. And I don't know how true it is that Jay-Z and Beyonce are Baphomet. I don't really believe there is no fucking Baphomet. I think all this shit is set up to keep us guessing and wondering and being afraid of shit. Keeping the motherfucking stars relevant until they get tired of their ass. The motherfucker get to tell her ass wind up in the coffin. Or does nobody like snitches, not even faggots, huh? Nobody like nobody like snitching. Everybody want everything. And when you say snitching, here's the thing. I understand that snitching is not honest. But if you're doing some shit to get some dumbass told on, or you got a nigga that studied where you been banging and he thought you would and he see you as a threat. Cowards are smart. Cowards are smart as fuck. These boys are dumb. Because see, when you dealing with a coward, you're dealing with a person that's thinking of a way to get out of a jam always. In all his ways, he's thinking of a quick way to get out. Get in. Sneak. These motherfuckers are and then go tell everybody else, somebody else is going to go after you. They see motherfuckers running you. They see you get right next to you, smile in your face and stab you in your motherfucking back. Niggas you been knowing for years, been around for years, supposed to be your homie, supposed to be your boy. Nigga you don't know, I can put you, you know what I'm saying? A nigga that you don't know will fucking do you better than one of your homies, man. When you're living in poverty and you're dealing with the haves and have-nots, and when the have-nots have, more than the other have-nots, that's when you see the monkeys in the cage acting the fool. The haves and have-nots. The haves and have-nots. Let's see. I can go through this shit for real, okay? I've been in that spot where I seen everybody around me getting, and I wasn't getting shit. Everybody eating. I'm starving. Motherfuckers driving motherfucking fancy cars and et cetera, et cetera. And I'm sitting up there looking. And my jealousy came on, like any human being would. Seeing somebody else eat, and you starving and shit. I know I'm not the only one that been feeling that shit. Not the only one. Not the only one that felt that shit, man. I'm not the only one that's been envious of somebody when you was stricken with poverty. Your next door neighbor, y'all both stricken with poverty. And all of a sudden, you're a kid and growing up in the hood, or what you consider to be a hood. And both of y'all are broke as fuck. And your next door neighbor, little boy come over, or little girl, they doing better than you. All of a sudden, they done got money. Your mama off in there, she trying to barely make ends meet. And then they bring it and they push it in your face. Yeah, that ring about some envy, man. A motherfucker be trying to be humble. I'm trying to, congratulate you. Have a good spirit, and they throwing this shit in your face like the shit's a go. So what a nigga do? So you wanna front with that shit? I'ma be in your house tonight, bitch. They don't know that you're saying that shit in the back of your head. Back of your head. You're going to get that shit. You'll pass dogs, everything. The only reason why you stole from them motherfuckers is because they put it in your face. Why the nigga shut up about what you got. Nobody give a fuck. I see these motherfuckers. If you think about robbing me, nigga, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that chance. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how rich. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. How rich you is. What your name is. You got it. I don't. You fronting. You flossing this shit. You making fun of my poorness. I'm finna come and get you. And you don't even know who's coming. I smile at your face. I had the most innocent word on my face. Won't even see it coming. So that's why niggas get robbed in the hood. Motherfuckers get the showboating and shit. And how niggas get the snitching in. That's how motherfuckers get the snitching. Down, you just ate. You sitting out here, you acting out. We told you to go to bed, so you do it. Hey. I told you to go to bed. It's 10:28. You're supposed to be asleep. Take your little 5-year-old ass to bed, boy. Anyway. So as I was saying, this is how niggas get snitched on. There are 5 reasons niggas get snitched on. Number 1, we already know, envy, jealousy. Envy and jealousy is the number 1 reason niggas get snitched on. Number 2, fear. Fear is another reason why niggas get snitched on. And that fear can come in several type of ways. So let's say you the man, you the top dog. You got it. Money right. Everybody loving you. You sit out your boys in the hood, you're a good dude. Know what I'm saying? You sell, but you're good. Niggas loving you, man. Or so you think they love you. You riding a bitch. They won't. You the man, you pay them. They done seen you go upside a couple of niggas' head, probably even put bodies. They see you get ruthless. Fear. That's not respect. Fear would never be respect. Respect and fear are 2 different things. For those motherfuckers that don't know. You cannot get respect from having fear. You get respect for standing up for yourself in the adversity of fear. That's the difference. So on. We, number 3, females. I know it goes into jealousy and everything, yeah. But there are 2 types of jealousy. There's a jealousy of power, money, and respect. And if there's a person that ain't getting that power, money, and respect that's in your crew, they gonna snitch on you. Watch their movements. It's the guy that's always leaning on the side talking to you, the same one that's in your ear giving you advice, the same nigga that's gonna snitch on you. The same nigga that caught that body for you. I mean, the same nigga that's same nigga that crazy loyalty. We done seen it on movies, all that shit is true. But number 3, the female. So if a dude see you fucking more bitches than him, or he liking on a bitch, and you smash, and you got money, you got clout, and she only chooses that, come on, nigga, think. She only chooses this nigga for what he got. And if you gotta run after this bitch to get her, she ain't yours no way. That's just true. She was never yours, so you might as well either stand in line and wait your chance to fuck the bitch, but you'll get the pussy eventually. After about 200 dicks, so you'll still get it though. A female make you feel the same way. A female that gets you snitched on. Number 4 and final, Clucks. I said 5, but I'm gonna leave it at 4. Clucks will get you caught up. Whatever you do, if you're gonna sell to a cluck, make sure your clucks are functioning cluckers. Which y'all be sitting around the neighborhood, y'all see everything, you standing on the block, you see who is who and who does what and what, and who don't do whatever. And if you ain't paying, if you're not paying attention to the block that close, then you're not a real hustler. So you gotta pick your prey. You gotta pick that nigga that got a 9 to 5. We got an itch for that sniff. That nigga ain't gonna tell on you because he don't want his job taken. Familiars. Always fuck with familiars. It's okay to get new clients, but make sure your familiar know that they are familiar, that know somebody else, and know that they are familiar, and they know your way around. I always do your crackheads, your cluckers right. Don't fuck over your cluckers. Because here's the thing. Never get them motherfuckers your address. Don't get too comfortable around the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck how cool they are. And, shit like that. Me myself, I've never sold drugs or anything like that, but I watched this shit my whole life. From TV to stand next door to drug dealers to walking outside to motherfucking shoot bullets at the sidewalk or stop sign and shit. So I know the streets, I know the hustle. And the thing about the hustle is that's probably about the dumbest thing a motherfucker can do, but also the smartest thing a motherfucker can do. Now, if you're gonna hustle, get all your chips together. Make sure that you got a plan. You gonna hustle? Keep your eyes so clean. No? You know what I'm saying? Wait. Do it so smooth that the law can't touch you. Because they watching everything. Now, you only got a certain limit before they come and get you. So if you know you got a certain limit before they come and get you, why not liquidate the shit that you got already and turn your assets, turn your liabilities into assets. Now, if they come through and kick in your door when they find coke and weed and money, you just gave them the evidence right there. But if they kick in your door and you got an envelope with signed signatures stating that you own this property, that property, this property, and your money is put up somewhere where they can't touch it, well, then you a smart drug dealer. But if you one of these niggas out here, I'm in the trap, I'm always trapping, I love the life, nigga, no you don't. You don't love that life. You scared just as scared as the next nigga. While you sitting up there hollering your heart. Cause in any moment the real breath could leave your body. And you just as scared as the next motherfucker. Niggas be sitting up there lying, talking about they ain't scared. Death scare anybody. I don't give a fuck how old you are. What neck of the woods you come from? And how proclaimed and tough you be. The thought of death will bring niggas down to their knees. To be honest with you. We've been bamboozled, lied to. I know a lot of days I woke up and wish I was black. Wish I was born something else. So a lot of times, I wish I could go rob a bank and get away with it. Fucking savings alone, dumbass shit. No. So, if you gonna do fraudulent shit, why show? Just clean yourself. Be like the fucking serial killers. They don't catch them motherfuckers for years. Them motherfuckers be on the killing spree for 10, 20 years. I go stinking jaws, he hungry.
Go back to sleep.
Huh?
I said, you said you want to go back to sleep.
He going back to sleep? Let's put him on back to sleep then. Anyway, so you get these motherfuckers, man. They're like, oh, Richard Porter, whoever this motherfucker was, that was a snitch. Nigga, this nigga snitched on the FBI, not us. Okay, so when do we get rewarded for snitching? When do we not get rewarded for snitching on the cops? I know a nigga said a snitch is a snitch. Okay, for the years that they give us, the hundreds and hundreds of years that they give us, this nigga snitched on the FBI, my nigga. The FBI. He didn't snitch on nobody from the hood. The FBI motherfucking out. Now, they said, oh, he was good. No. That nigga was smart enough, knowing that they could take his whole life away, destroy his whole family, and told on all them motherfuckers. The same motherfuckers that was trying to put his ass under the cell, take his life. All that shit. So, does it make it justified? I don't know. What I do know is if you're breaking the law, you follow the you motherfuckers sitting up there talking about being gangsters, we don't follow the law. We break the law. Yeah, you actually following the law. You actually following it. And the reason why I say that is because the law states that niggas must act the fool so they can be locked up. And what we do, we act the fool so we can be locked up. So we following the law to the T for us so-called thugs, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with getting your hustle on. And I understand that the hood treats us a certain way and that we've been conditioned and been put in situations to have to survive in the way that we have to survive. But here's the thing for all you hustlers out there. Or you was out there making your bread, or you was out there stacking your chips and getting you know, crossover into mainstream so your voice can be heard. Motherfuckers, we've been hearing that story for years. Ain't nobody telling no new stories. How many times the nigga gonna come out and say I'm real and I put a bullet in a nigga and I kill this and I do that and how much more self-hate are we gonna spread amongst each other? Like really? See, I've been listening. I don't follow like Styles P life and Jada's life and She Glue's life, and I don't get into the whole genre of what the stars are doing and how they live their life. I just listen to what they say on the record, you know. And to me, if you're a man of the world, so before somebody get on here and see my big ass titties, since I got titties, I done let myself go. When you get into a relationship, you let a lot of who you are go for that other person, I tell you. If you are not ready for a relationship, don't do it. Anyway, as I was saying, so I could talk about this shit all day, all night, whatever the case may be. And if it is true that our hip hop artists are gay, because I got boys, I got sons, I got little boys, man. I got a 12-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And I mean, I'm a bit on the older side, you know what I'm saying? But that might be a point where it might come to the point where I might pass before my boys get to the age of puberty or even grown. And for the garbage that they putting out here, it's like I don't want my boys to grow up thinking it's okay to have sex with men, because I don't think that that's cool. I don't think that that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's fair that they're being forced and that the stuff is being forced upon them or pushed upon them in such a way where they can't even deny or even have a thought to say no to the shit. You know? Now, if you're a homosexual and you want that shit to be seen, let it be seen amongst other homosexuals that are grown, that are cool with that shit. But not babies, man. Not little kids. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't no little girl be walking around there talking about she want to have her motherfucker snatch ate by another girl. Shouldn't no little boy be thinking it's okay for some man to pat him on the ass or kiss him on the mouth? You know, that shit shouldn't even be. I'm not religious, but still, it defies the laws of physics. It's something wrong with it. Something ain't right with that shit. It just ain't right. And I'm not a religious person, man. Would I go fuck a crocodile if the pussy good? Yeah. If that crocodile got some good wet pussy, I'm banging it. Long as it's a vagina between the motherfucker leg. Yeah. A real vagina, not this made up boy pussy shit. Shit, motherfuckers. Y'all need to round up all the motherfucking transsexuals and lock them behind bars with the motherfuckers that ain't gonna never get no pussy for the rest of their life and marry them off. And since that's what you wanna do, I mean, shit, what else you wanna do with your life? Y'all motherfuckers, faggots making more money than anybody in this motherfucking world, man. They the richest people, and the homosexuals are the richest people on this earth. It says a lot about our society. When you dealing with people that's used to sodomizing their own children, you know, and saying that that's respect, how? You know, let me get off that subject, but you know, it's just I got little boys, man. I got three sons, you know, and I want them to grow up knowing that it's not okay to bend over for another man. Because once you let another man enter into you, what are you doing? Because you're no longer a man. Your manhood has just been taken. Once a motherfucker go in your rectum with a dick, you got a dick. You know what I'm saying? So you see how unbalanced that is. You know what I'm saying? And you do what you do, but I don't want my boys doing it. You know, you teach your kids what the fuck you want to teach them. You know what I'm saying? But leave my kids out of it. Mm-hmm. So, no, ain't nowhere to hide from all this mockery of life. You know, and I was saying today that, you know, black people, we are under arrest. We are under arrest. You know. And what does arrest mean? Arrest means to be detained or held lawfully against your will. That's what being arrested is. But see, we're under the type of arrest. I know you heard of Arrested Development, right? That shit at the time, I didn't understand what arrested development means. But arrested development means your developmental stage is being under arrest. You being held. your progress is being held captive from you by your friends, your family, the people you know, your job, the environment that you're in, the police, the government. Black people, we've been born under arrest. We are born arrested development. We steady paying a bill that don't belong to us. We still paying a price. And it makes you really think about this story of Jesus and whatnot. So if Jesus really died for our sins, then why we steady paying for our sins? You know what I'm saying? If Jesus really fucking existed, then why are we paying for our fucking sins? Why are we paying for sins that we don't do? Why? So life can be hard, it can be heavy, it could be downright ugly. Now I remember there was a time when my ex stabbed me in my side, and I remember falling on the ground and I couldn't breathe. She hit my ribs, opened up my upper intestines. I couldn't breathe. I can remember the pain. It was just so intense. And I laid there with my hands clenching my side. Now I'm in pain. And I remember waking up the next morning. And I didn't tell them. I could have told the police, yeah, that bitch stuck me, whatever, dirty bitch, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, I could have told on her several times that bitch stabbed me up, you know what I mean? But I'm not no snitch, And the statute of limitation is over with for that, because it was more like aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, some shit like that. But I remember when I woke up off the operating table, and I remember looking around and she was there. And I remember crying, the tears coming out my eyes, because I was like, why? Why I have to come back here? Why I have to come back black? Why I even got to live this? Why do I even gotta live in this life? When you're considered to be an outcast, or you feel like you're not a part of this world in some type of way, it's something it's something that pulls you, and you're different from other people, but you're just like everybody else too. And you just so badly want to be different. You so badly want to matter. And the truth of the matter is there are only a few people that's going to matter in this world. Their names going to ring out. I just so happen to be not one of them, And I'm cool with that, I ain't never really liked to be in the spotlight no way. If I was ever going to be rich, I'd be in the background, If I was ever to be a billionaire, I'd be smart about it. I'd be quiet about it. Nobody would ever know my exact net worth, how much I would ever really be worth. As a matter of fact, I would just rather, like walk around like I'm poor or broke, and in situations where like I'd even be homeless for like a spell just to help people out, to see what their struggles really are, to see what they really need to go into these programs really wrong, and to figure out why these nonprofit organizations are not helping these homeless people like they're supposed to. And it's like shit like that. Why these motherfuckers giving to these charities and they got rules set up to keep motherfuckers back into that revolving circle, to keep them from getting back on their feet, to keep them from thinking for themselves. Because the first thing they do when you become homeless and you have to go to like a shelter or some shit like that, first thing they do is throw Jesus in your face. The second thing they do is, they give you a schedule, whatever. And they give you a little time to like get up on your feet or whatever. But if you look like one of those more that look like you're gonna be more of a success story than most people, they'll hold you back. They'll stop you from moving like you wanna move. So be careful about that for those people that has to go into the shelter. And and this shit happens. I mean, rules are rules in this world, you know what I mean? And anybody that's homeless, I can speak on that shit because anybody that's homeless, and you want to get out of being homeless, nobody's gonna help you get out of being homeless. You gotta do that for yourself. Ain't nobody gonna help you out of that. They might give you some crumbs, maybe a place to stay, maybe help you get a job and that shit, like that. And that's all good shit, but they're not gonna get you out of being homeless. You gonna have to get yourself out of being homeless. You know what I'm saying? You came up around. I remember I was staying in Dallas, and I went to Dallas after I got out of Job Corps, and so I got down there. I blew all my money before I even went back home. Moms and pops and them, they took me for every dollar they could get out of me. And you wouldn't think that your parents would do that shit to you, but they did it to me. Got a job at Mexico Chiquitos, and I faked this Jamaican accent so good I had motherfuckers believing me and shit. And so, it was so fresh, you know what I'm saying? But I was young at the time. I had a lot of talent. I could have done a lot with myself. I was singing on record, you know what I'm saying? This guy in Dallas, he wanted to put me on. He was from Philly, he was from Motown. He wanted to put me on the record and shit. I had did this thing at this church, and I was playing the piano and I was singing and shit. And they put me on the radio, and I was just so fucking. I was just so deep in low self-esteem that I couldn't even believe in myself. To even pick up the fame. So, and a word to the mothers and out there, try to see what your children's potential are and work with them with that. Don't ever down them or say whatever they're doing is silly, especially if it shows some type of talent that could help them get along in life, because ain't nothing more better than a child having a healthy self-esteem. You know, not a high, not arrogance and self-esteem is two different things. For those of you who don't know, arrogance is really arrogance is really um, insecurity. When a person got to put their ego out for the world to see, those are the most insecure motherfuckers you will ever see. So yeah, those are the most insecure motherfuckers you will ever see. You know, and so, but then there's confidence. There's that person that goes out and they perform. They don't look for the spotlight. The spotlight should define them, because they worked on perfecting themselves from the inside out, and they're not looking for any praise, but the praise come anyway. That's self confidence. That's not, being thirsty for the fucking sun, the fucking limelight. To have your voice heard, to be seen. And America has made the cowardly ego be the first thing. That's why motherfuckers like snitches is getting winning and shit, because they took realness and turned it into fakeness, and they took fakeness and turned it into realness. And the real motherfuckers are losing, and the fake motherfuckers are winning. And so, I used to tell people I was from New York, because I really liked New York, and I really liked the MCs there. It was original feel, original scene, and original way, there's just something about New York's originality. And I even tried to fake the walk, the accent, the talk, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Even mingle my language after them, but I wasn't being real. I wasn't being myself. I mainly did it to get pussy. And it worked for a while. I fucked a lot of bitches out. A lot of bitches out that fake ass New York accent. They just go to show you just how dumb people can really be. They believe what they want to believe. You know what I'm saying? People gonna believe what they want to believe, no matter what. They're gonna see what they want to see. They're gonna hear what they want to hear. And as far as truth go, they hear it. Don't get it twisted. They hear the shit. They hear the truth. So don't ever think that, because how people hear the truth. Look at California. They finna pass a law that bans the Bible. Now, to be honest with you, no, I don't agree with everything that's in the Bible. Actually, I don't agree with the Bible at all. But it's still knowledge. There's still information that a person can get out of that, whether they are a believer or not. So for somebody to come through and say, "Hey, you can't have that book out here," that makes Christianity look real. That makes whatever they're saying look real, when we know better than that. We know that the Biblia is a lot of made up stories, and only 8% of that Bible have true historical facts in it, and they don't lead to Jesus. It's something to really think about when you really start to think about shit and the way that the shit go, and how people do, and it's just, I could talk all day about what I think people should or shouldn't do. And it's boring to people, because I'm not partying or lighting up a blunt or getting slapped, walking outside, getting my ass whooped or getting to jail because I'm whooping somebody and I don't know that I'm doing it, you know. But I mean, to each his own. This is a new generation, man. For those hip hop artists that's out there, and I was watching Sway in the morning, and as I was watching Sway in the morning, I was looking at Young Thug and I was looking at Sway, and Sway let off some shots to Young Thug right there in his face, and I don't know if, and I think that Young Thug, he answered back with simple-minded people wouldn't understand it, and no, niggas with no sense should be able to understand you. And niggas with sense ain't gonna be able to understand the Bible Bible. Fools understand fools, and wise men understand wise men. And nigga, you a fool. You foolish. You say a lot of slick shit. Whatever the case may be. But the truth of the matter is, you're not a real MC. You're not putting in real work. You're not talking about the hustle. And it's okay to talk about your family. It's okay to talk about your friends and your homies and all that. But you're not putting in the work. You're not doing the muscle. You didn't put in that type of work. Yeah, you might be from the hood, but you ain't that hood. Ain't no hood nigga gonna put on no motherfucking dress, homeboy. I don't give a fuck who he is or how weak he may even be in the hood. But he ain't finna put on no dress. Even the weakest nigga in the hood ain't finna put on no motherfucking dress. Man, so much so that we refuse. Cause see, you gotta understand, we can't refuse the woman's power, man. It is what it is because when we start refusing the woman power, this is when you start getting these motherfuckers that's doing what they doing. Is because they bucking against what was nature was meant to be. And they're telling nature, fuck that. I wanna show you motherfuckers that I can have it my way anyway, have it the way I want it, and nothing you can do about it. But there are rules to life. There are laws that if you break them, there are gonna be consequences that come back on you. Karma, the laws of life, karma, that shit is real. So, you know, and I've been running this video for a while. Nobody looked at it, nobody talked to me. But I'm saying some real shit. And a lot of motherfuckers stay away from me because I'm not famous. I'm not one of them people that's be out there doing these big ass YouTube videos and shit. And it does hurt my feelings because I do want people to see what I gotta say. Because what I'm saying ain't lying. I'm not lying by any means, you know. You know, but I know I'm going live, but I also know that this records. So, um, no, no. So yeah, man. Um, so we, and I like LA too, cause LA is like fucking way chill. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to LA, and I stayed out there, and I know about the fucking smogs and shit. Shit, you can make donuts out there small, like Scooby Doo shit. Yeah, like Scooby Doo shit. So yeah, man, that's some real shit. One of them people they might not ever hear. I'm one of them rare motherfucking gems. Motherfuckers be looking for the truth in the night. I'm that answer that everybody be looking for. I'm that cure. I really am that cure. But because I'm famous or nothing, I can't cure you. Can't cure you. You know, when you know, read the Bible, which I do refer back to the Bible a lot, but it's a mental thing. The Bible is more for your mental. It's to help your mental state of mind. So a lot of people don't get that part. They think it's really a savior out there. Yeah, it's a savior of your mind. It's a book to make you think. If you read that Bible and you don't think there's something wrong with you, if you read that Bible, if you can read the Quran and you don't think it's something wrong with you, man. If you don't have him. Now didn't she tell you to go to bed? Go to bed. Anyway, so as I was saying, if you read anything, any book of knowledge, any type of book of any book of religion or anything that deals with the spirit, the spiritual, and you didn't think, I mean, because that's what it's for. The Bible is there to make you. The Quran is there. The Quran is there to make you think. And I don't understand the whole thing about the fight about religion, Muslim, Christians, Hindus. Shit, I don't understand that shit because it's a philosophy from somebody else's mouth that somebody made a religion, and decided, oh, I'm gonna live like that, and dissecting the shit and seeing what's really going on and what's really what the author is really saying. The author ain't telling you to fucking follow them. The author is giving you some jewels that you can use along the way, and to see if you can use those gems, to see if you can use them to help you along your journey in life. It is not for you to be sitting up there worshiping and calling out names and praying to something that don't really fucking exist. So, I don't believe in Islam. I don't believe in Christianity. I think that all of that shit is brainwashed method. You know what I'm saying? That there is Satan. I believe that I know that human beings are good and bad, and that sometimes, depending on the way we feel, we're gonna act according to our feelings. So if your hurt brings you to doing some savage things, that does not mean that you are savage. That means that you are hurt. You acting like a fucking 3 or 4-year-old, and you carrying the fuck out. And the fucked up thing is when adults act like children, we destroy everything around us. And that's the truth. So, let that shit be known. As far as, because when you really think about the whole thing, I applaud Jay-Z because of what he putting out there, son. That real shit, you know what I'm saying? And he spent that shit probably because his career pretty much coming to an end. Him and Beyonce, but nigga, when you bent over, did you think about putting that shit out right away? Let them all like lizard dick niggas stick you in your ass, but you thinking about that shit to him? I mean, really, that's some shit to think about. Was you thinking about the hood? For all you niggas, for what y'all call the hood, what y'all thinking about when y'all taking them multi-million-dollar contracts, money you can't even keep to yourself, it ain't even yours, it belongs to somebody else. You got a whole beautiful wife that any man would love to have sex with, man. You went and married the bitch instead of just, I fucked Beyonce like every other nigga would have done. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, she got fame. You gonna get fame just dick in the bitch. I mean, come on, let's just be real here. And anybody that hit or be on that, nigga, they ought to be paid in full. Cause a nigga won if they fuck Beyonce for real. They really won. I mean, look at her. She pretty. She thick. The bitch got a muffin on her, boy. That bitch got a fat ass pussy lips. I seen them motherfuckers. Frank gave that shit away, boy. I can imagine me having up been thrown in the room somewhere while Jay-Z on a business trip somewhere and just beating the shit out of her house all night long. She a Virgo too, I'm a Leo. Man, I'd be in that pussy forever. Shit, let's just be real. But I'm not gonna say I fuck her better than he did, but I know I'm gonna enjoy her the way I'm gonna enjoy her the way I'm gonna enjoy her. I enjoy it. And let them hips come up, let them walls drop back down, baby. Let that back wall shrink back up so I can push that bitch right back out. Yeah. I knock Beyonce ass off. And go hide in another country where Jay-Z come find me. Cause you know he coming about me beating that bitch pussy. Yeah. Gonna leave it. Hold on. See, niggas be thinking, you got shorty on lock. A female can change a dude just like they could put a new hole in a new electric pole in the ground. One go out, another one come in. Yeah, you know, and so maybe I'm a hater, you know. Maybe I'm hating on Jay-Z. You know, I really don't give a fuck about the fame and the life. But the money I do, the cars, the yachts, the overseas pass and all that shit, yeah. I don't give a fuck about the drip. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. You know, I only need one house. I only need one fucking car. I'm not gonna be able to drive all that shit. I'm not gonna be able to stay in every one of them motherfuckers' houses at one time. It's just a waste of resources and money. Some money that could go to something else, be put to something else, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind fucking Solange. She fine too. Shit. I put some dick in Solange body, boy. I beat her shit all night. I think I hit her till the morning time, shit. I go in at 5 o'clock in the morning and come out that pussy at 5 o'clock in the morning the next day. That's only because I think that Solange is prettier than Beyonce, to me. But that's my own opinion. And not only that, but Solange is, she's more down to earth. And see, I can see me fucking a bitch like Solange. That bitch like the fight, boy. Yo, she got some firecracker pussy. Ooh, you know what they say about the bitches that fight, boy? Coochie off the flame. Beyonce, you weren't fighting enough in the bedroom. That's why Jay-Z cheated on you, baby girl. You didn't bring no feistiness in. You a Virgo, shorty. You a Virgo. Oh, Virgo, nigga. My experience with the Virgo woman, yeah, nice. So I don't know what the fuck you was on, shorty. She let that Virgo freaks figure out, but that ain't gonna stop no nigga from fucking another bitch. I don't give a fuck. You could have been a Beyonce when the fucking vagina is stuck in a nigga face. I don't give a fuck who you married to. If ain't nobody there and don't nobody see it, there's some fucking going on. Fucking going on. Damn, I ain't know this shit did that shit. Goddamn. slow motion in this bitch. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Like I'm moving like at light speed or some shit. Imagine having them type of powers. The Matrix. Bruce Lee's hands. He did that flap. Bruce Lee was the best, nigga. The best. I wonder how much they Kelly to say he wasn't as good as Bruce. That's a good question. I wonder how much they paid him to say he wasn't as good as Bruce Lee because I'm gonna get rid of this belly, man. This shit don't go. If it wasn't for that fucking surgery, man, this shit right here, I would have this shit right here. If it wasn't for this right here, I wouldn't have this right here. Real shit. Real shit. I wouldn't even lie to you. But yeah, man, I got sad. All kind of shit, man. Nobody wants to be this fat, nigga. I don't. Nigga drifting away. Yeah. Drifting away. Hold on. I got it out a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, but nigga, this shit ain't cool. And I just be sitting back and I be watching these motherfucking celebrities. And all I ever say anything about it because it's like everybody gotta live their life, man. We all got our own journey to go on. I do know that to be true. But I was told this my damn self. The truth of the matter is, I used to be a Christian. Hooping it out. The Lord said, all in there, hands in the air, dancing the rope-a-dope. You can see me in the church every day, every Sunday. Non-stop. I remember when I was staying in Dallas, man. Went through a rough time in Dallas. Stayed in Dallas, man. And, you know, I got, like I told you, I got out of Job Corps. And I picked, you know, and I was hanging with this Jamaican friend of mine. And, you know, and I picked up his accent, like really fucking strong and shit. And I started mimicking him. And so when I got home, yeah, of course, you know, it's family and shit. But when these motherfuckers, when these motherfuckers cut my ass, line that bitch like that bitch fired me on the spot. She fired me on the spot, dude. No lie. I was out of there. I've always had a knack for acting and shit. When I found out they sticking niggas in the ass for a motherfucker to get a part in a play, I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I can't look. Let me tell you something. I can't be bound to another man. I like women too much. I can't be bound to another. Can't be bound to another. I just can't see no whole man. It's already bad enough. I'm property of the United States. But for me to be property of a whole nother man, come on, man. That shit ain't even right. That shit ain't even cool. I mean, but those are my thoughts, man. You know, big ups to Styles, for handling the death of his child and whatnot. Still being able to go on without putting a bullet in his own head. Big ups to his wife for being strong. I don't know what they go through or at home or whatever, but big ups, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. I just hope that and pray that you guys, come to peace within your heart about losing a child. Now I heard the reason why, you know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I think that, them pushing this whole agenda that they got out there, is not helping anything. If anything, is hurting in hip hop. What used to be educational, fun, and even gangster that became gay. And it's like, we used to dance off Who Did It, Run DMC, my Adidas and shit, you know what I mean? NWA, fuck the police. We went through a Chandra, whatever, you know what I mean? And I think that after this, I don't think that hip hop is gonna survive after this gay surgery that they got going on. I just don't think that it's gonna survive. It's probably hip hop is probably gonna die the day that I die. Hip hop is gonna die when all the greats die off. Like a Styles P or Talib, like a Pharaoh Munch, and a Willie D, and like a Scarface or Tupac, Biggie. I really sat back and listened to Biggie's lyrics. And I heard Tupac, but the difference between Tupac and Biggie is, although Tupac was a literal rapper or a literal MC, he didn't bring a lot of heart to his message. It sounded good. It sounded like it was written overnight, and a lot of thought was put into it, but not hard, to me. But that's mine. Like Brenda Got a Baby, it was a touching song. And Head Home, Dear Mama, it was a touching song. And Head Home, You know, boy, me keep your head up, touch a song, it hit home. But when it comes to lyrics that paint a picture that you can actually feel from the inside out and you can connect to, Biggie Small was that guy. He was that guy that could tell you a story that was so believable that even if he was lying, you wouldn't be able to tell whether it was a lie or true. Because the way he finessed the mic, the way he put the, you know, the, because at first when Biggie came out, I didn't like him. I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't really like him like that. You know, I'm like, look at this big black greasy fat motherfucker, and I was more looking at his looks like some faggot stolen for a new man or something. I'm just being honest, you know. But when I finally, you know, got to listening to his music, and it wasn't until after he died I really started listening to his music other than what I heard on record, and then that's how I got introduced to the Locks, MOP, DMX. Outside what I read, you know, and then people forget about Queen Latifah, Vanilla, MC Light, these bitches that pioneered the ways for Lil Kim pioneered the way for Nicki Minaj and the rest of these disrespectful ass female rappers. And Remy Ma, she been out there. She was out there way before her. And you letting this little girl disrespect you with this plastic booty and shit. Now don't get me wrong, Nicki Minaj is beautiful, y'all. Like they're beautiful. Whatever the fuck she is. And if I had my opportunity, I'd knock her down too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who wouldn't wanna see that pretty face sucking your dick? Who wouldn't want to be up in them guts and how tight the pussy is? I mean, let's just be real about it. Who wouldn't want to say they fuck Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Or any other beautiful like her. I swear to God, if I ever had a chance to fuck me, this nigga, she got love them hips and thighs, my nigga. Ooh, I just look at her eyes while she swallow my tongue. Ooh, and watch that ass. I can look at her eyes. Watch that ass up in the air, my nigga. She suck my dick and be just planning on right up in the air. Just suck that motherfucker, just hit that motherfucker just right so I can be in that pussy all night, bitch. Suck that motherfucker just right so I can be in the pussy all night. So yeah, I do a lot of reading about the celebrities. I don't really know too much about them. I hear about this Illuminati shit. I don't know how true it is. I'm hearing about these aliens coming to the planet, weird creatures, fucking UFOs, dragons, all that shit. And truth of the matter is, whoever made the universe, if the shit is real, they made that shit too. All there. Nothing different from nothing, you know what I mean? Whatever. So, you know, and so I know it seems like I'm babbling, but if you listen to what I'm saying, I'm hitting a lot of key points. And if this video long and anybody actually watch it or watches it or watch it or whatever the fuck it may be, if one person, because I know I be influenced on a lot of motherfuckers, because I've been seeing my moods on celebrities, motherfuckers that be acting like they don't be watching my channel and shit. Oh yeah, I've seen my attributes in you motherfuckers. I'm not gonna say no names, but I know who the fuck you are. Y'all using my attributes, motherfucker. I know who you are. I done made videos from a long fucking time ago. And I'm seeing my shit out in the media then surface 6, 7 months, 8 months, a year from when I made the shit. And motherfuckers using my characteristics in their comedy and shit. And they don't think that I see them and know them, that, that I don't see what they doing. And I see you, man, but I'm not gonna put you on blast because I don't really give a fuck. To be honest with you, as long as I know that I know, and if motherfuckers ever get smart enough to go back and watch my videos, they'll see that motherfuckers biting me because I really am an original. And I don't have a huge following, but motherfuckers picking and choosing from my characteristics and my attributes of who I am, and they making themselves even more famous off my shit. But if anybody got any sense, they'll go back and look at all my videos. I ain't got shit to prove. And when you see the videos of what I made, and it ain't that many, when you see my body gestures, the way I move, that's not fake. That's not off of nothing that I seen from anybody. I seen from anybody else. But I see my attributes in other people. Just like I came up, I'll say this. They put a bust out. So anyway, they put a bust out for Nefertiti. And everybody else was way serious about it. Like, they was all mad and shit. I put my video up, laughing about the shit. Next thing I know, 7 celebrities. Everybody talking about it. Certain celebrities laughing at it, pointing at the shit. Now I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but wasn't nobody laughing at that shit until I was. Motherfuckers still in me. They still in my essence. And it's like, I'm gonna keep making these videos. I'm gonna keep going on YouTube. And eventually my attributes gonna show for themselves. And the frauds are gonna not, and I'm gonna get. But here's the thing. I don't want your money. I don't want your dick riding money. I don't want your booty busting money. I don't want it. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna make myself rich. When y'all see my face again, y'all see my YouTube, y'all gonna see I'm gonna do a YouTube, all the way up until I'm successful. And when I reach the plane or what seems to look like success, I'm gonna let you motherfuckers see me build. I'm gonna let you motherfuckers see that. And when motherfuckers see my flavor and they see me building, the motherfucker that's still in my essence gonna be pointed out. It might not even take that long. As you know, these motherfuckers quick to fake. These motherfuckers quick to pick a fake on here. Believe me, the eye is not fooling people. People ain't as foolish as y'all think it is. You can put all the chemtrail in the air, poison as much water as you want to, put as much poison in the food. You can use that Bible to bring about the apocalypse, whatever. Whoever wrote the Bible was part of the demise of the apocalypse of black people. Whoever so-called translate that Bible. Because see, racism been going on way before it hit America. And if you read the history, you go into the history books, racism been around since they took down Egypt. Racism started when the Greeks came to Egypt and found out that the people were better than them, thought better than them, ate better than them. You know what I'm saying? That their spiritual beings were way beyond them, that their minds were way more complex. And you know, like I said, the hater, the motherfuckers see you and they see you and you shining. See, this world don't want to see real knowledge shine out. You know what I mean? They don't want to see trueness come about because what happened is all this plagiarism, all this fake activities and whatnot, and motherfucking whole grown men eating cum from another whole grown man. And I ain't got nothing with lesbian bitches. I can't lie. I just don't got a problem with two women eating each other pussy. That shit looks sexy. And if that look natural to me, that look natural to any man. So the truth of the matter is, I can't get turned on watching two men fuck, but I can get turned on watching two women fuck. And what's up with the strap on, man? Strap on shit. Come on, let's be real. I know y'all bitches like to get mugged, but it really only take a woman, 6 minutes to orgasm. Exactly. So for you many men out there, it ain't that she didn't nut. She just didn't want to stop nutting. That's just real. So that's some real shit, you know. So this world, I'll say humankind, this set of humankind is coming to an end. And a new era is about to bring. And these motherfuckers think that they gonna beat the clock, beat the earth, and stop all this shit from happening that's been reoccurring from over and over. Which I can understand that shit to be true. Come on, man. Let's be real. If I was a super scientist and I knew that human beings been coming and going on this earth for eons. And it's like, it's not fair. It's the same thing. It's the rules. Well, I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to break the rules and I'm going to make robots and I'm going to live forever. It is not meant for men to live forever on this earth. We are temporarily genetically built to decay. That our bodies must go back to the dirt. And so, with that being said, you know, it's just crazy how motherfuckers be like trying to make shit that it ain't gonna be what it ain't, you know. And they say just be yourself, but the truth of the matter is, nobody wants to be themselves. Because when you wake up in the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror every day, you don't like what you see. And it's kind of hard to love somebody that done failed so much.